Om Shanti. Am I audible? It's okay? The sound and the screen? All right. So thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family, that I'm here today to read this Murli of 18th January 1985. Bapdada's elevated versions on the Day of Remembrance. Today, on the Day of Power, the powerful Father is seeing his powerful children. So before we begin reading further, let's just connect to this power as we read along. The powerful Father is seeing his powerful children. And in this divine elevation of power, we will now read the Murli. Today was the special day when Father Brahma gave the blessing of power to the special children. Today was the day when Bapdada brought his Shakti army onto the world stage. And so it is the day of the Shaktis playing their parts in a visible way in the corporeal form. Father Shiva is revealed through the Shaktis and he himself continues to play his part in an incognito way. He reveals the Shaktis to the world as the visibly victorious ones. Today is the day when children receive from Bapdada the blessings of being equal. What a lovely feeling. Just pause here for a moment. Remain in that powerful stage and receive the blessings of being equal. Today's day for the specially loving children to be merged in his eyes with their loving form. Today is the day when Bapdada, through the sweet meeting with the specially powerful and loving children, gives the blessing of an imperishable meeting. Today is the day of the first thought of the heart of all the children everywhere of celebrating a sweet meeting at Amrit Vela, of singing very sweet songs of praise in the heart, of specially moving along in waves of love. Today, at Amrit Vela, in the garlands of the pearls of love of many children, with Baba in the middle of each pearl, Baba was seeing the words, Sweet Baba, sparkling. You can visualize this. So many pearls of love of so many children. Baba in the middle of each pearl. There's only sweet Baba sparkling everywhere. How many garlands were there? In this old world, they speak of a necklace of 9 jewels. But Bapdada had with him many necklaces of alokik, unique, invaluable jewels. You will not wear such necklaces even in the golden age. Only Bapdada wears such necklaces given by the children, and only at this time. Today is the day for hearing heartfelt songs of separation and sweet songs full of love of the Gopikas in many bondages. In return, Bapdada gives the loving, long lost, and now found souls who remain absorbed in love the good news that the drums of revelation are now going to beat. Therefore, O easy yogis and children who are deprived of a meeting, these few days are now coming to an end. The sweet meeting in the corporeal sweet home will definitely take place. That auspicious day is coming close. Today is the day when every child attains the instant fruit of each success by having a determined thought in their hearts. Did you hear how great today is? On such a great day, wherever all the children are, although they may be far away, they are close to the heart. In return for each child's love and zeal and enthusiasm, for doing service to reveal Bapdada, that Bapdada gives love-filled greetings, because in the majority of the children, there were mostly waves of love and enthusiasm for doing service in their heart-to-heart conversations. There were two things: promises and revelation. What does Bapdada do when he hears these? There are so many who are saying things, yet the Father, the comforter of hearts, is able to hear the sound of the heart of many at the same time. Bapdada congratulates those who make promises. However, always continue to revise those promises at Amrit Vela. Once you have made the promise, don't just leave it. I have to do this. I have to become this. Always keep the zeal and enthusiasm with you. Along with this, just as whilst doing things you successfully continue to maintain your stage of remembrance with the method of traffic control, in the same way, whilst doing anything, also fix a time for checking yourself. In this way, the fixed time will continue to make your promise become a form of success. Bapdada is performing a handshake of love with his right-hand children, who have zeal and enthusiasm for revelation. By always being a specially beloved child who's equal to the Father and with the courage of enthusiasm, you're constantly worthy of receiving multi-million-fold help from Bapdada. To be obedient to Supatra means to be worthy of receiving Patra. The third type of children are those who are merged in love day and night. They consider love to be service. They don't come onto the field, but they definitely sing the song, My Baba, My Baba. They cajole the Father very sweetly. Whatever I am, however I am, I'm yours. They are such loving souls too. Too much loving children, Bapdada definitely gives love in return for love. And he also gives courage. You have to become those who have a right to the kingdom. You have to become those who will come into the kingdom. Then, if you're still only loving, that is also fine. If you want to claim a right to the kingdom, then together with love and power from studying, that is the power of knowledge, power from doing service is also essential. Therefore, have courage. The Father is always your helper anyway. In return for your love, you will definitely receive cooperation. When you have a little courage and you pay attention, you can become one who has a right to the kingdom. Did you hear the response of today's heart-to-heart conversation? Baba saw from the subtle region the splendor of all the children in this land and abroad. The foreign children who have come last are going fast and coming first by quickly moving forward with zeal and enthusiasm. They understand that to the extent they are far away by being abroad, so they are accordingly close to the heart. So today they were also having a chit chat with very good zeal and enthusiasm. Some children are very sweet. They continue to try to please the Father with their sweet talk. They say these things very innocently, but they're very clever. They say, you should promise. This is how they try to please him. What would the Father say? May you remain happy. May you remain successful. May you continue to move forward. Things are very long and complicated. How many should he tell you about? However, all of you say very good things in a very entertaining way. Acha. To those who constantly have love and the zeal and enthusiasm to do service, to those who become worthy and thereby become worthy of receiving all attainments, to those who reveal Bapdada's elevated and divine acts through their own acts, to those who clearly show the life story of Father Brahma through their own divine lives, to all such constant companion children of Bapdada, love, remembrance, and namaste from powerful Bapdada. Bapdada meeting Dadi Ji and Dadi Janki were sitting in front of Bapdada. Today, your friend Didi has sent special love and remembrance. Today, she too emerged in the subtle region. Therefore, she sent her remembrance to everyone. She's making her gathering of the advanced party strong. Their task will also continue to be revealed videos. They are now close in relationship and close by in the country. And this is why they also continue to meet amongst themselves in small groups for one or the other reason. They don't have full awareness, but they do have a touching in their intellects that they have to get together and perform a new task. According to the conditions of the world, what no one is able to do, we will all have to do that together. They definitely meet together with this touching. However, the group now is of some younger ones and some older ones. All types of children have gone. Those who are keen on doing physical service have gone. And those who had planning intellects for the establishment of the kingdom have gone. Together with those, the ones who increase courage and enthusiasm have also gone. Today, Bapdada saw within the whole group these three types of children, and all three are needed. Some are those who do the planning, others are those who put things into practice, and some are those who increase courage. A good group is being formed. However, both groups will be revealed simultaneously. Now the speciality of revelation is behind the clouds. The clouds are dispersing, but they haven't moved away. To the extent that you reach the powerful stage of being a master son of knowledge, the clouds will continue to disperse. The second they are removed, the drums will beat. At the moment they are dispersing, that party is also making a lot of preparations. Just as you are making plans for the youth rally, so they too are youth at present. They too are planning amongst themselves. The speciality that Bharat had of having many political parties is now becoming less. So, and one party is moving ahead, is it not? So there is significance in the external unity too. This unity is becoming weak and unity is becoming strong. This is the part of cooperation, the secret of establishment. They are not in harmony in their minds, but out of compulsion. And meeting through compulsion is also significant. The time is now coming close for the deep systems and customs of establishment to become clear. All of you will then know what the advanced party is doing and what you are doing. You are now questioning what they are doing, and they are questioning what you are doing. Nevertheless, both of you are progressing according to the Dharma. Jagdamba is the moon. So Didi has had a special part with Jagdamba, the moon from the beginning. She has had the part of accompanying Mama in the task. That one is the moon, cool, and that one is intense. The two match. Now just let her grow a little older. Jagdamba is even now giving the sakash of coolness, but she also needs a companion in planning and making progress. Pushpashanta and Didi have also had a connection between them from the beginning. Here too, both have a close connection. Bhau, that is Dada Vishwakishore, is the backbone. Here too, the Pandavas are the backbone and the Shaktis are in the front. So that is also a group that brings about zeal and enthusiasm. Those who are to carry out the planning will now come onto the field a little, and then revelation will take place. Acha. And Bapdada meeting double foreign brothers and sisters. All of you are those who have come last and are going fast and have the zeal and enthusiasm to come first, are you not? There isn't anyone of the second number. When the aim is powerful, the qualifications are automatically powerful. All of you are those who have the zeal and enthusiasm to move forward. Bapdada says to each child, constantly be double light, and with your flying stage, definitely claim number one. Just as the Father is the highest on high, in the same way, each child is also the highest on high. Only those who constantly fly with the wings of zeal and enthusiasm experience the flying stage. The easy way to remain stable in this stage is to consider Karan Karavan Har Father is making you do whatever service you do. You are just an instrument, and the one who has to get it done is making you do it and making you move. By keeping this in your awareness, you will remain constantly light and continue to fly. Constantly continue to increase the stage. At the time of farewell, this day of power will constantly continue to make you powerful. To those who have come on this day of power, always keep with you the special blessing of being powerful. When any situation arises, remember this day and this blessing, for this awareness will bring power. Come to Madhuban in a second with the flying vehicle of your intellect and remember what you are, how you were, and what blessing you received. By becoming a resident of Madhuban, you will receive power in a second. You do know how to come to Madhuban, do you not? This is easy. You have seen it in the corporeal form. You might find it difficult to come to the Supreme Abode, but it isn't difficult to come to Madhuban. So in a second, without a ticket and without any expense, become a resident of Madhuban. Madhuban will constantly continue to give you zeal and enthusiasm. All of you here have zeal and enthusiasm, and none of you have any weaknesses, do you? Similarly, this awareness will make you powerful. Acha. So beautiful, Murli, of Bapdada's elevated versions on the day of remembrance of 18th January 1985. Now I request each one of you to reflect on this Murli and to present your own takeaways one by one. We will pause for 3 minutes and we will begin after that. Om Shanti. So who will be the first one to share their learning, to share their takeaway?
Om Shanti, sister. Good
Om
morning. This has been a practice though, and today Baba emphasized that if you are planning any activity, try, try to attach a timeline to it and give some duration to it within which you would be able to do. That is what I liked that Baba emphasized. And the later part, Baba did mention about the imagination technique. Baba said, if you have trouble, try to don a wing and fly to Madhuban. Such imagination techniques detach us from our existing crisis and take us away from that point mentally and give a sense of relaxation to mind. Om Shanti.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, very practical takeaways. One is for the timeline, which is very important, and to keep checking whether you're meeting that goal that you've set for yourself. Because Baba also said somewhere in this Murli to revise your promises in Amrit Vela. And of course, flying to Madhuban is wonderful. You're there already in a second. So thank you for that sharing. Anyone else?
Baba's with three types of children. So first type is powerful, obedient, equal to the father, who serve with zeal and enthusiasm. They are the first quality. And second quality is the beloved children who are merged in love. And they may not be active in service, but stay in Baba's company all the time. Say Baba, Baba. And the third one is the sweet, innocent, loving children, and who's always having a sweet conversation with the Baba. And Baba also respond with love, joy, and blessings. So three types of children Baba met today.
Yes. Thank you so much for that sharing. So now we all have to reflect in which category we come, what kind of children we are when we do our own meditation. And sometimes it could be even more than one, depending on the circumstance and the situation. Who else would like to share, please? I see many people in the group. Sister Chandrakala, would you like to share something? Brother Sridhar, Sister Rakhi, Ami sister, Ramila sister, Lakshmi sister, Girja Ben, Revati, who else? Dr. Jitna and Shrishti. So we have still many. At least 1 point each should come.
Baba focused today on one point when he said that going to Madhuban or going to Paramdham, it's very easy through your thoughts. So it's not necessary that you have to practically go to things, but when you sit for meditation, experience you've been there, and it's just a matter of seconds. So that's the practice to look at.
Yes. Thank you, sister. In fact, that's what we do, right? In every day's meditation as well. We just go up and meet Baba. So we are able to visualize, connect, move. So this visualization technique is very important because that's how you can connect very quickly. Thank you for that sharing.
Om Shanti, Harpreet.
Yes, Sister Gija.
You know, the 18th January Murli is something very special, very close to the heart. It is the only day when Shiv Baba just leaves his place a little and gives his child, his first child, Brahma Baba, a lot of preference, because the hearts of the children just wait to meet Brahma Baba. Their hearts with flowers woven into a garland, garlands of love. They wait to garland Brahma Baba. Here it's not even a talk, it's heartbeat. I used to remember those days how lovers used to talk to each other through Morse code. In this particular day, it's the heart of the children and the heart of Brahma which speak to each other. So it's a unique day. And in that day, to be in Madhuban, in Pandav Bhavan, in that place, I think it's something only when you enjoy there, only when you're there in 18th January, will tears of love or a kind of proximity to Baba comes there. So this is, when you share even, it's something which, it's not just mentioning the Murli, it's something which comes deep from the heart. Baba, of course, has given the children merged in love. He calls it as day of power. He calls it as day of revelation because the Shaktis were revealed, or he calls it as day of love. There are so many things, and every 18th January Murli, there will be the same thing, but a kind of a different. But for me, what appealed was not even the first part of the Murli, which is, of course, close. It's just a heartbeat for me. It was the second part of the Murli about Didi's role in the establishment. That Baba revealed that one sentence, they are close by in the country where they continue to meet, Didi and the advance party. And there also Baba says, young and old, so many have gone. That was what made me think, because some secret Baba reveals generally on 18th January, some kind of cloud dispersing and all. So I was actually reading that again and again. And even Mama's role, to say how Didi and Mama are meeting. So I was still going through that particular paragraph and how he said Didi and Mama match. And he also said, now Mama is giving coolness, but let her grow a little older. And so many other senior brothers, Bhau and all. So I was trying to really gather that secret. And that, I think, is what I would, because I always want to know what's happening in the subtle region, what's happening to the advanced party. That's the special thing which I would like to take from the Murli, the secret of the establishment. Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you for that sharing. Yes, Baba has tried to say very nice, intriguing things on the revelation and the planning of the advanced party, which is wonderful. And yes, it gives you a lot of things to think about. And this whole transformation that's happening in the universe now. And who are these key players who are supporting that major transformation? So it's worth reading that part of the Murli again and reflecting on it. Thank you, Sister Girja. And I also see Sister Revti in the chat box. You have written, Easy way to experience zeal and enthusiasm in flying stage is to be an instrument, and Karan Karavan Har Baba is making us move forward and remaining light and continuing to fly. Yes. Yes, he has spoken a lot about zeal and enthusiasm in this, Murli. Thank you, sister, for that sharing. And to keep that zeal and enthusiasm alive, we have to keep revisiting our soul purpose. Because sometimes the zeal and enthusiasm tapers off, from time to time. And to make it again alive, we have to find our own little ways to keep that journey going. So thank you for that sharing. Anybody else now? We still have about 3-4 people who've not spoken. My sister? Powerful line. Whatever I am, however I am, I'm yours. Yes, brother, this in fact reminds you of total surrender. And total surrender is one of the best tools to adopt when we are connecting to Baba, because then you have put the responsibility on his head to lead you correctly. So it's quite interesting when you do the total surrender piece, because especially when the situations are a little difficult around, and just go with the flow and let Baba lead the way, and things just happen naturally. Anyone wants to share something on that?
One perspective to total surrender, which I was just listening or probably reading yesterday, was what surrender is not about giving away your freedom, but surrender is actually making you aware. To put it in the right way, surrender is not about you losing your control, but surrender is about letting yourself know and be aware that nothing here is in your control. That's what surrender is. That was
That's
one
correct.
reflection.
Yes, that is correct. And when you know that actually it's a situation, and when you use remembrance to guide you through that, you can experiment with it. I have done many experiments on this, whenever, especially when it's a little difficult situation. And you will find such a beautiful way to deal with that situation that is expressed to you through that guidance. And you just realize that you should have just done this all the time beforehand, and it makes it so divine and so peaceful and so easy is also the right word.
Yeah, and one more thing. Surrender with acceptance, accepting who I am, accepting, everything, surrendering with all, without any resistance, ego, or any sort of excuse. The soul, saying, instead of saying, let me become perfect first, but accepting oneself fully and offering that self to the Father, right? Full acceptance first. All
That's
ego, everything. Yes.
That's true, because acceptance also helps in humility, and it actually allows you to. It's an interesting mix, because on one hand we want to be very powerful, but on the other hand we also want to be very humble, and we don't want any ego. So when we talk about powerful, we are talking about being powerful in the stage of elevation where I know that Baba is with me, that everything will be perfect. And that stage itself of power makes you simultaneously powerful, yet humble, yet egoless, yet accepting, you know? I don't know if I'm putting it across correctly, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. Yeah.
Just to
Yes,
add
sir.
one point in this, sister. I remember, we get every day a kind of thing, Aaj Baba ne kaha. So there when Baba said, Baba is saying, you say my Baba from the heart. When you sing such songs to me, I'm so happy. But it's like a bird, you sit on the stage, you're clutched on the branch, and then you look at up and you say, my Baba, my Baba. So you call me, I look out to you, I raise my hand to you to catch you, but you're still caught down over here. So, is this a kind of a surrender? And in that particular message, Baba had said, I didn't tell you to leave all your kith and kin and house and all. You can keep your balance, but I want you to know that wherever you are, whatever you are, that's temporary. So be nyara and be pyara. Love, look at them, but don't be attached to them. Remove your hands from that branch and then fly to me. Then I can know you belong. Otherwise, just saying, whatever I am, however I am, I'm yours. You're just singing a song like a bird. But I just want you to release yourself and fly up over there. I will give you courage and I will pick you up. This I think is absolute faith is what you need in surrender. Absolute faith in that surrender, that he is there. He's the instrument. If there is a question, he's the answer. He knows how to take care. I think that absolute faith is what is needed in surrender. But that doesn't mean I should leave everything and go. That balance Baba has always asked us to maintain.
So actually, many times people think they are opposite, but in my view, they're not. Because you can have absolute faith, you can have the feeling of complete surrender, and yet you can live your normal life. Because in that normal life situations, there are hundreds of situations where you need that faith, where you need that surrender, where you need to know how to deal with that situation in the life. And that is why you came on this earth. If you did not have to live this life on the earth, you would not be here, right? You chose to. You came back. You came back to evolve, to grow, to move further. So this is a school of learning. So it's a very, very important school to be on the earth. And it is these experiences which help us to evolve. And through these experiences, when we are connecting to Baba and allowing him to guide us so that we have the right kind of learning, is the surrender that we are talking about as well. So it's how you look at it. But I think we are all saying same thing in different ways. We all know that we mean the same, actually. It's just a reflection. I've always taken this present life that we are all living is a big gift that the Almighty Baba has given us. And it is for us to use this gift properly. So it is. I can see one more message from Dr. Jitna. We are just an instrument. Father is making us doing everything. Yes. Again, in this sentence, just sharing my view, that is true what you've written. Absolutely. That Baba does everything. But Baba does everything, but he also gives you a little bit of free will to take certain decisions. So the broad things are all given to you. But the little things, the little choices which you make are also influenced somewhat with your own karmic actions, karmic thoughts, feelings, and vibrations. And therefore, when we surrender, we allow those actions, those thoughts, those feelings to be the way Baba would like them to be. We use his energy. And that's why there's so much emphasis on constant remembrance. Because when you're in constant remembrance, you will not do anything or think anything or say anything which is not the ideal thing. And there's one more message I'm seeing here. Just as Father is the highest on high, each child is the highest on high. Point of intoxication gives by Baba to keep our aim powerful to claim number one. Yes. Being unconditional. Yes. Sorry, just a second, sister. I'm just reading Bijit Bhai's comment. Being unconditional, meaning I may have weaknesses, faults, imperfections, but still I'm yours. Yes. Yes, acceptance that we are not perfect. If we were perfect, we would not come back to school unless you are already reached the point of moksha and now you've come to enlighten others. But by and large, most of us, we are here because we are imperfect and we are on this soul journey to become better and better. Yes, Rakhi Ben, you were saying something.
Going back to the point of surrender that we were discussing, while I was listening to Vijit Bhai, one more reflection that comes in that whole conversation is surrender is when there is nothing that is I being there. Surrender is minus I, surrender is minus any ego, minus any acceptance, minus any expectation. Surrender is just surrender, is what was coming up to me. It's like, as the point that I put across, surrender is actually realizing that there is no control that I have. And then it's actually in the space of freedom that there is 100% surrender. That was another reflection. Yes, as you rightly said, all of us are saying the same thing in different manner. But that was what I wanted to share.
Yes. So what I've realized, and when you interact with different people, depending at which level or stage you have reached, depending on what you are experiencing around you, you relate to the Murli teachings or you relate to your connection with Baba accordingly. So there could be some differences in the way it's being expressed, but it is resonating for everybody because it resonates for each soul separately. It's like there's a teacher in a class. The teacher is teaching the same thing to everybody, but one student is understanding it in a way, another student is understanding it differently. Somebody is writing it down, somebody is memorizing it, somebody is reflecting on it. So they're all right in their own way because that's their journey. And they're just connecting to the same teachings depending on how Baba himself wants you to grow. Some people have to, like Bijit Bhai was just reminding us about those 3 types of children. So there could be somebody who's doing it with pure love, somebody with service, somebody with power, somebody with... So they're all right. There's nothing wrong, but it's just that they're different. They're just different ways to get to the same point, is what I feel. Because everybody is right, actually. It's what your soul is telling you. And Ami Bhan has given a long message. Key messages: be determined in your promises. Yes. In fact, right in the beginning, Baba mentioned that. Keep revising them daily. I think this is very important, this revision of the promise, because as you progress in your stage, you will need to adapt your promise. You will need to, as long as you don't lose the main direction, but you will have to keep adapting. I myself, in my own journey, have adapted a lot. I've moved on into different ways of learning simply to understand better, to grow, to not be stagnant, right? So that is my journey. But somebody else may not require that, and they're just happy where they are. So that's also fine, because that's what suits you. But it's just that whatever is your inner calling, respect that, because it's Baba talking. Your inner voice is Baba talking to you. So everyone has their own journey. Otherwise, we would all be similar, identical souls all through the earth. We are all different in the same direction, but we have to revise. That's what I feel. And it's a very strong point in the Murli today. Add study and service to love to claim the kingdom. Yes. Keep studying. So same thing. Like, I don't know, for me, this resonates again a lot, because the more you read, the more you're open, the more you're going to receive, the more closed you become. You will only stay where you are, because it's very difficult to grow when you don't have an open mind. So I think it's very important to keep studying, to keep reading, to keep even questioning your own self. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? And use Baba for guidance. And Baba will give you the right guidance. Yes, you can continue this. You can do this. You know, you get those answers when you are in that mode of progress. Remain double light by remembering you are an instrument. This is again very, very important, because we are finally only an instrument. So we can't lose that sight. But because we are an instrument and Baba is the player of that instrument, that's why when you get stuck, you say, okay, you make me play now. You tell me what I'm supposed to do. And just wait a moment and you will get the answer. You know, so I think that constant remembrance, the key is that you have this constant connection and the constant conversation and the constant intuition. Your inner voice is that light within. I'm writing my book now on the light within. That inner voice is nothing but the Almighty talking through you, if you pay attention. So the day of revelation is near. Remain ready with zeal and enthusiasm, of course. And to revive the zeal and enthusiasm sometimes is challenging, because you tend to taper off, and then you have to again revive, and then again you taper off, and again you have to revive. But it's okay. I mean, we are not so perfect. Like Vijit Bhai said, like, we have to accept, you know, we can't be always in, you know, driving on high speed in the fourth gear. At times you will come to first gear, because you need time to reflect. You need to come back. You need to think of alternative ways of doing things better. And then you get back into fourth gear, you know. So it's like, it's part of the journey. And Girja Ben has written, surrender means I'm no longer responsible. No questions or why this happened, what would happen, or how something would happen. Yes, another perspective, which is also good. So when we stop asking why, is also because we trust, we believe, we know whatever is happening is for the best. Like in our Granth Sahib also it says, Hukam Rajai Chalna Nanak Likhya Nal. Hukam, that means the order, the decision of the Almighty. You have to follow that, because you're just an instrument. And then the whole thing comes where the Almighty Himself is actually showing you the way. Yes, somebody was saying something. I heard a voice.
डॉक्टर भी दूर है डॉक्टर
Dhanraj, are you saying something? You're sharing a point?
हेलो ओम शांति
Om Shanti.
आज बाबा ने क्या कहा था आज बाबा ने ये कहा था ना वही दूसरों को तकलीफ नहीं देनी दुख नहीं देना दूसरों को दुख नहीं देना।
हाँ जी, दुख तो कभी किसी को देना नहीं चाहिए। सबके लिए बाबा की ब्लेसिंग्स, सबके लिए अच्छी वाइब्रेशन, पॉजिटिव वाइब्रेशन, सबके लिए सुख शांति। Rakhi Ben, should we now start the meditation if there's...
Yes, yes.
Okay. So let's do a simple meditation. Relax your body, relax your mind. Observe your breath. And observe your aura, how powerful you are. You are a powerful, powerful soul in a strong, healthy body. And when you focus in the center of your forehead, the point of light, you can experience such a glow, such an energy of an elevated stage. And Baba is waiting for us, all of us, smilingly looking down at us, along with Dadi and Didi and Mama, everyone, and saying, come and meet us after you've been to Madhuban. So let's all quickly go to Madhuban as a beautiful point of light. Such a lovely energy in Madhuban. Loving, peaceful souls all around. Such beautiful service. Such loving intention. And in that, our soul lights are observing, participating, taking the blessings of everyone there. I was meant to travel to Madhuban today. As we read this important date, Murli, of 18th January, the day of power. So the place itself is resonating with so much power that my soul light is so powerful now that it can go anywhere, anytime, with the blessings of Baba. And now from Madhuban, see yourself going higher and higher, well across the atmospheric realms, well across all the planetary systems, well across the galaxies, into the divine source light. To meet all your angel guides, all the Didis and Mama and everybody, Dadis. See them giving you beautiful drishti, blessing you for coming so easily up. Because we are powerful souls. Receive that divine light from each one of them. And above them, see Baba's light. And his light is surrounding your light so beautifully. There's a whole circle of radiance, a circle of protection, a circle of knowledge, a circle of guidance around your soul. I am a powerful yet peaceful soul. I am a loving and joyful soul. I am a happy and divine soul. I am a fearless and powerful soul. I am a kind and compassionate soul. I am a forgiving and merciful soul. I am a victorious soul, conquering the Maya and illusions. And with this divine blessing, Baba tells us, you are my divine instrument. You are part of the advanced party. You are part of the journey to lead others. You are part of my plan. And with this divine message, see your soul growing even more, expanding in consciousness. And with the deepest gratitude to Baba, to the daddies, didis, mama, whoever is there, you slowly return to your physical self, witnessing the power within and the power around you. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. And thank you for this divine blessing of being blessed to be the divine instrument of the advanced party who's going to lead the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harper Sister. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.